Good evening. Welcome. My name is Linda Turnbull, and I'm the founder and executive director of Esteem. And tonight I'm going to talk about a topic that hopefully every one of you will benefit from, and that is how to earn the right to be heard with your kids. So, raising teenagers. I'm sure we've all experienced the moments when we've been talking to our kids and we've gotten the shrugging of the shoulders, the rolling of the eyes, the definite mute button has been put on, and we feel like our kids aren't hearing anything we have to say. And as parents of teenagers, there's a lot of information we want to try to communicate to our kids because we want to help navigate this time of going through adolescence. So a couple of things I just want to mention. Earning the right to be heard with your kids means, number one, listening. Sometimes we need to just zip it and listen to what our kids are saying. We might not like what they're saying. We might not agree with what they're saying. But sometimes we need to just listen and not try to fix it. Parenting is tough. It's probably one of the toughest jobs that I have done in my lifetime, raising two daughters. And there are many times that I wish I understood some of these concepts and that I would have just zipped it and I would have listened rather than always trying to fix it. Because if we want our kids to be able to learn how to problem solve, and we want our kids to be able to learn how to figure out how to solve things, especially as we prepare for them to go off into their adult world, we need to just not try to fix it. So how do we create an environment where when we do have things that we want to share with our kids, we have an opportunity where they're open to listening to what we have to say? Spending non-agenda time with your kids. And the more you can create in an environment where you can, whether it be taking your daughter to school one morning a week and stopping by Starbucks and getting a hot chocolate. Taking 20 extra minutes of your morning to spend that one-on-one time with your daughter, not all 3 of your kids or all 2 of your kids or all 8 of your kids, but one individually, and you go get hot chocolate, and that's that special Wednesday morning that she knows, I get my dad to myself tonight. I'm sorry. I get my dad to myself this morning. So when you do that, and then with that time with her, just let her talk. Sometimes let it just be quiet, let it be silent, because she needs to just have a place where she can just be herself and know that her dad does not have a lecture, a lesson, a example that he wants to share with her, but my dad is just spending time with me. Non-agenda time is what builds that bridge for you to be able to earn the right to be heard with your kids. The other thing is, you know your kid's love language. You know what your child responds to. You know when your child is more open to hearing what you have to say, and you definitely know when the wall is there and they don't want to hear anything you have to say. So be sensitive to that, and if you have something you really want to share with your kids, an important, concern you have or whatever, then maybe it's at night when they're in bed and you go in and you're rubbing their back, and it creates an opportunity for you to just have some dialogue with your child. And they might be more open to talking at that moment. And the time to really not try to talk to your child about specific things is after school, when you pick them up and they get in the car and you bombard them with 5 questions. How was your day? What'd you do today? Who'd you hang out with? What was the best part of your day? They've just been in a classroom around hundreds of kids, and you know what they most likely want to do is they just want to check out. So give them that space to check out. Give them that space to come home and chill. And then later on, that evening maybe, if you have something that you need to talk about, that's a great time to bring it up. Family dinners. How many of you have family dinners 3 nights a week? That's pretty impressive. How many of you have family dinners 5 nights a week? Do you know what kids tell us? Some of these kids, when we go into a classroom, many of them, they're lucky if they have a family dinner once a month. Because what's happening with our schedules today? Kids are coming and going. They've got all kinds of activities. Parents, we're coming and going. We're traveling. We're busy. 5 minutes at a dinner table where a family connects just for 5 minutes is really, really powerful. Because the way our lives are today, we have so much craziness and so much busyness going on. Just think of 1 week in your family alone. And as parents, if we don't create an environment where our kids can be with us and we can connect, many times it doesn't happen. So family dinners are really, really, really important. Letting them fail. Our kids need to fail, and they need to learn how to resolve or move on from that failure. If we're always in there trying to fix it for them, what's going to happen when they go off to college? Do you know how many kids we have at universities like Stanford or Yale or Harvard? They're really intelligent, and they're excelling academically, but they don't know how to deal with failure. They don't know how to solve problems because when things happened at home, when they were in high school and things didn't go right, the parents jumped in and fixed it for them. We've got to let our kids learn how to deal with failure, how to figure out how to solve problems so that as they go off into their adult world, they have those skills.